Wonderful to be back again with Day. I was never away, but it's an immense pleasure to always be a part of DAYDEIC. And I'm sure all of you have been enjoying all the sessions from early morning. And without further delay, I would like to share my screen. Yes, a little different from what you have heard me speaking generally, because I would be speaking on artificial intelligence. Not directly my subject though, but yes, relating artificial intelligence to diabetes and other chronic diseases would definitely help the youngsters, the new people joining the Nutrition Forum to actually get a huge support from the system that is already there, and maybe we are not using it enough. So each time you hold a phone in your hand, a smartphone, make sure that it's not only social media or chatting with your friends. Make sure that you use it wisely so that you can get the total benefit of it. In fact, it is said that a year spent in artificial intelligence will bring you closer to believing in God. Yes, artificial intelligence is a magic. So let's enter the world of magic where we can talk about digital health. Now, all of you, in some ways, you've all been connected to digital health, you know a lot about it. So, for those who are yet to know about how artificial intelligence works and why have I chosen such a topic, so you can see that artificial intelligence is like neural networks. Now, we all are from nutrition background. Even if we are not from nutrition background, we know that our brain is made up of several neurons, and these neurons, these interconnections, the network actually tells us what to do. It helps to secrete the hormones, the neurotransmitters. Actually, we are what our brain and our neural connections make us. So if all the neural connections, or the important ones, are converted into artificial intelligence, we will not have the term known as human error. As Dr. Rajiv was rightly saying, that there is no replacement to diet and exercise. And thank you, sir, for this fantastic introduction to my topic, because I will be talking about how AI is going to help you in your diet plan, is going to help you in your exercise. So neural networks leading to machine learning and then deep learning. Just to give you an introduction, I will not talk about artificial intelligence in details, but to make you understand how it is going to help you in diabetes, I am going to actually tell you how deep learning helps. We have a conscious, we have a subconscious, we have different layers in the brain. Now, these different layers play a huge role in management of your chronic diseases. Yes, especially diabetes, because diabetes has a lot of different factors. It's a multifactorial metabolic condition. So all the different layers in your brain will have to come and function together, and only then can you manage diabetes. You will have to have a continuous monitoring, you will have to have a continuous regulation. That is where we are talking about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence can shape your behavior in diabetes management. That is where we are putting our basic emphasis on. That is why I have chosen this topic today. So this entire system will tell you all the new things that have come up in diabetes. I'm sure the speakers today would have already, and maybe later on, covered some of these topics. The doctors would speak on the drugs, the dietitians would speak on the medical nutrition therapy. I would like to speak on artificial intelligence and connect it with medical nutrition therapy and physical activities, physical exercise. So these four areas actually constitute how diabetes management can not only regulate your sugar level, can help you to understand how it is done, and can also change your behavior pattern. Sorry. So let's see artificial intelligence as a center to all the different types of areas where we have so many various types of systems that are going on. These are the chronic diseases, and let me tell you, all the data that I have taken today are from Elsevier and Science Direct papers, research papers. I'm a teacher, I like looking into papers. I will share the names of a few research scientists who have worked on diabetes and artificial intelligence. So we will prepare a data set, pre-process it, feature extraction and reduction, classify the disease properly, and diagnose it. Now, what are written? These methods may be a little difficult for some, but remember, all of these can help. These steps for data collection, MRI, PET scan, you already know, CT scan, but maybe these things we yet don't know. For example, Bayesian classifier can help you to classify diabetes. Now, there is a very vague classification. Doctors follow a particular variety, normal people or dietitians also follow a very different variety. The multivariate system, the multivariate feature of diabetes is the problem. So classification is essential, and these are the AI methods by which we can actually classify the diseases, not only diabetes, all the chronic diseases that you can see here. Now, why is diabetes a challenge? Now, we know that diabetes, the symptoms appear very late, or the symptoms don't appear at all. A person in front of you walking down, maybe if he has an eye problem, a skin disease, goiter, or something else, you can understand. But if he is suffering from diabetes mellitus, you will not be able to, or he or she will not be able to understand that they are actually suffering from the disease. So it goes undiagnosed. So we need to diagnose it properly. We need to manage it and follow it up properly. And we need to collaborate among endocrinologists, podiatrists. Podiatrists is those who actually work with foot, ankles, your feet, your fingers on the feet, because diabetes affects all these areas. Obviously, nutritionists, nephrologists, ophthalmologists, and all the different areas. So this is the challenge of diabetes management. We are not being able to diagnose everything together. There lies the importance of artificial intelligence. Just for the organizers, I cannot see the clock. So is it possible? Just tell me whether I'm overriding the next speaker. Okay, so artificial intelligence can change the way chronic diseases are managed and treated. Most of you know about wearable sensors devices that we wear. You can see that we have basic smartphones, we have telehealth. I was talking about telehealth a few days back, exercise and weight management. I'll talk to you about this, and I will talk to you about this as well. We have developed an app which can actually understand and calculate exactly the food that you are eating. Obviously, glucose monitoring is their continuous process. There are diabetes forums, of course. We are in such a forum which works 24/7 for management of diabetes. We need to talk about e-health records that should be available for all, and we should have online communities where we have a lot of various items. So let us continue. You can see that the machine learning process can be supervised. It may not be supervised. Now, what do we mean by supervised? You see, inputs coming in, these inputs have to be coordinated. Algorithms have to be prepared. For those who don't know what algorithms are, for the very young students there, algorithms are actually networks, connections that will help you to find out, like equations, maths equations, where you can find out the outcome of it all. So inputs, the regulation, and then the outputs. This is how health data should be treated. I am not talking about generalization that I will talk at the end of the session. So basic biomedical research, translational research, and clinical practice all go hand in hand in terms of artificial learning helping chronic diseases. So, three types of machine learning is possible in diabetes: supervised, unsupervised, and semi supervised, where collection of data, input, and output can all be regulated. So, prediction of diabetes onset, as I said at the very beginning, the first application, predicting the future is not magic. Predicting the future is in your hands. It's already there. Artificial intelligence. Yes, we can predict the onset of diabetes as a part of preemptive medicine. And preemptive as in something which cannot be understood, something we did not know. So we can predict all the people who are more susceptible. Their data can be put in, processed, split up, and finally we can find out all the people who are more prone to diabetes. Prevention is definitely better than cure. So here lies the importance of AI. Not easy to just look at a person and say you are more prone. We will have to use particular algorithms. And believe me, they are 85 to 90% correct. As I said, these are all from Elsevier and Science Direct data. Modifiable risk. We can manage modifiable risk factors. Yes, there are various methods. I'll just go on because I know it's a very short time. Talking about AI and diabetes would probably take me 4 hours or 5 hours time, but 20 minutes it is. So screening of diabetes. Just one part I would like you to take a look at. Detection from clinical ECG data. So ECG data can tell you whether a person is susceptible to diabetes. Please remember, a person who has a heart disease not necessarily would have diabetes, but this data can actually tell us what is happening. Another one is AI-powered optimization of drug treatment. Remember, what type of drugs you are supposed to take can be somewhat predicted using algorithms, AI algorithms. Prediction of OGTT results, magic, as I said. So we can apply AI for screening diabetes. There are barriers. We will talk, every pro would have some cons, but naturally we will talk about that later. But why think about the negatives? Let us go and use the positives first. So AI screening is very important. Classification. As I previously said, diabetes can be classified properly using various methods of AI. Please remember, we classify diabetes now mostly based on one single parameter, that is blood glucose level, HbA1c, and blood glucose level. Please remember, classification of diabetes can be varied. As many journals have reported, there is enough data that can substantiate that. Health education. Now, Aldotype has found a mobile diabetes management system called SIDE. All of you who are interested, you can actually see that he used the SIDE system. SIDE is a developed software that he used to give health education that actually reduced HbA1c. Similar studies of Hammond and Gagnaire, as you can see, they actually applied tailored educational strategies through AI to reduce diabetes management. Now, awareness is the key word in diabetes management. We all agree. I'm sure all of you out there will agree to that. Shen evaluated the effect of intelligent model health technology-based diabetes. So these are all the data from journals. If those you are interested, you can work on it further. You should collaborate and work on these further. Obviously, medical nutrition therapy, we can see there are various apps. One of our apps, I had worked with IRI, International Rice Research Institute, I'm sorry, and developed an app which could actually calculate the calorie values, proteins, etc., from the food input. It looked something like this. So, medical nutrition therapy, as I said, I would relate AI with the food. So, the diet monitoring system, most people are confused as to what has to be eaten, why it has to be eaten, and what has to be done. So much confusion even today, when diabetes has taken a toll on almost every household in India. And obviously, it's now a pandemic. So we will have to comprehensively manage the diet, and you can very easily find out how and what is being eaten. Now, FANG would actually find out a food energy distribution system by mapping a food image to its energy distribution. You just take a photo or a selfie, like you take a selfie, you take the selfie of or the picture of a food, upload it, and you get immediately what all is there. Believe me, the error was only 209 calories per eating occasion, total breakfast. Out of the total breakfast, only 209 kilocalories. That is within the permissible limit as statistics, as he had shown, as Fang had shown, according to the statistics. So energy distribution could be calculated. Go carb, another way of treating or seeing what your food could actually give you by Vasiloglu, as we have seen dietitians, the data that dietitians had given or calculated, Go carb had given the exact same value. Now, Vasiloglu had actually done a work on this. And remember that about almost, if I don't remember the error percentage, it was almost similar. There was absolutely no significant difference between the calculations. So why do we have to think about this? No, I am not saying AI can substitute a dietitian, not at all, because this data is given by dietitians. What I am suggesting is that it is a faster method. Each and every person can actually calculate it and get a feedback as to how much is correct for each one. Zhang has also done similar work, and about 85% of accuracy was available. So, what does a dietitian do? How is this AI helping a dietitian? You have or use AI for your benefit. We do not make errors. We have a huge range of food. We can make combinations, this plus this, a new dish, and its calculation with the help of AI and a prediction. The algorithm is there, believe me, where you can predict if this person is given this diet, what is the outcome. As I said, I'll repeat, it is like magic and the error is much less. So it's going to help us, it's going to help all. AI-based diet recommendations can be done in 3 phases, phase 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, I will not go into the details. You can just have a look. So actual food intake, nutrient intake, even plate wastage can be calculated. Just imagine the fantastic area where we are already in, and the future holds a lot of fantastic gifts for all of us. So physical therapy, as I said, as Dr. Rajiv was saying, that physical exercise is very important. So AI can actually help you to understand exactly what, how much can be done. We have heard about people dying of heart attack during a session in the gymnasium. Please remember that is possible because overdoing it or having wrong food or not having food at all before a gym session may be a problem. So we can calculate, or dietitians can suggest what type of exercise by putting it into an algorithm. No, our life is not going to be controlled by equations, but our life can be made a little simpler with the use of mathematics, with the use of statistics, and intelligence that has come from the human brain, but layers can be overlapped, which human brain probably could not do or cannot do together. So a diet plan, a physical regime, a correct behavior pattern, stress, all put together, calculation can show you about 85% that what has to be done or how your diabetes can be managed. So opportunities are galore. You can have a lot of opportunities in the future. Precision, yes, I think AI can be a next breakthrough in diabetes. It already is. It will be more. By 2035, it is predicted, 2035, it is said that diabetes management will be 80% based on AI methods, again, from a research paper. So precision of finding out. Yes, I think I'm almost done. Time up. Yeah, just penetration, and these are the challenges that you can see: data quality control, poor technology design. There is obviously, as I said, the cons. So imperfection of laws and regulations, these are there. So just to sum up, you can actually see it in one glance, what and how diabetes can be managed. This is the total picture. So thank you so much.